What's goody to any and everybody who may be listening? I am going to be talking about my history with opioids. I have not touched on this subject yet, at least not these recordings, these lessons, but I did touch on my history with these drugs, such as Percocet, such as Vicodin, Norco, um, morphine, and things of this nature, and how I did get addicted to these drugs. I'm going to be talking about that. I'm also going to be connecting it to that graveyard that I saw down below the root chakra, which is a place that's not coming into fruition, but it, woo, thankfully we found this. Okay, this is just what we were looking for. The core, a fragment that this individual, Oromala, did work on way back in preparation for this death culture. Okay, I'm also going to be talking about crime documentaries, these crime stories. Okay, and the media and how it is all connected. Okay, so I was addicted to them damn pills, and I'm telling you now, this was an addiction. This was a raw addiction. I had nothing. The cocaine. I did cocaine briefly. I was addicted to cocaine briefly. I never got addicted to crystal meth except for in that past life where I was fed it, but in this lifetime, no ma'am. However, these opioids, this was something that I was addicted to since the tender age of 15, when my ex-mother, Sharita, gave me one of them pills, baby. I had a headache. And mind you, these headaches and this sinuses and all of that I grew up with was a part of the experiments and the torture the MK Ultra I was put through. I would not have had those headaches had it not been for all of that. But this is what led me into the ingestion of these sorts of pills, Vicodin and Percocet and things of this nature at the age of 15, about 20 something years ago. And it was my ex-mother, that old Sharita, who gave me this pill, this first pill. And ever since that pill, I was strung out. Chasing that first high, where I was laying up in that bed in bliss, smoking cigarettes back to back, nodding off, dozing and nodding and dropping the cigarettes and burning up the covers, burning up my clothes and everything. Okay, that addiction was real, and it was between myself and my ex-mother. It was me and Sharita. This was one of our bonding. This was how we bonded. Myself and Sharita. This is how we bonded. She would go to the doctor and feign an illness because, of course, she was an Oscar-worthy actress, a pathological liar, and things of this nature. So she could act and put on a show and she could believe her own lies. She could honestly convince herself that the lies that she was telling were the truth. Okay? So, it went from that to sort of doctor shopping and even going around to the emergency rooms to obtain these prescriptions. Okay? The situation even got so bad to the point where, of course, I'm crafty. I was an old crafty bitch, and I could, make certain documents, baby. It got so real that I was writing these prescriptions and going to have them filled. With Sharita, it was me and Sharita, and we would take turns going into the pharmacy because, of course, that was a great risk to have them filled. Okay, but I want to focus primarily on this story that happened in the interval of us taking these drugs. Now, this is relating to that graveyard that I had the vision of when I was working on my website. This is relating to that graveyard of that slain little boy who was supposed to be me, mother, in the next cycle beneath the root, as if that was going to come into fruition. Oh, Rumala doing this work he called himself doing. Okay. So let's one day. So my ex-mother had went to the doctor. Now this is Dr. Debnam. I'm gonna be saying names. This is Dr. Debnam of Raleigh, North Carolina, the Debnam Clinic. My ex-mother, Sharita, used to go on down there and obtain these prescriptions from these doctors. Now they gave it away like candy. This was back at a time when they were giving these drugs out like it was candy. And of course, Sharita went and got her pills. You know what I'm saying? Where she came back, and we would be in heaven. But I gotta tell you how she would treat me, knowing that I was in the situation, fiending for the pills that she had. She was the one that got me addicted, and she got me addicted on purpose. And that was in order to harvest that energy. She was harvesting the energy of seeing me suffer. She would do things like come and make me wait to give me, to serve me, my servant of the pills. And she would make me wait, or just do things like she did the things on purpose to make me fiend more, until she did finally give in and give me my fix. Okay? She would do certain things to harvest the negative energy of what I was feeling in the moment prior to her finally giving me that fix. Okay? So one day she had went to the doctor. I was waiting in suspense, anticipation, ready to pop that pill that I was finna get and to be in bliss. And so she went and got the prescription. She came back, of course she did what she normally does, which is make me wait until she give me my fix, make me fiend enough. She got to see me fiending, and she got to see me squirming in my pants and things of this nature before she gives me my fix. But she gave me my fix. And on this day, I don't know what happened, but it's like I blacked out, right? And I was supposed to be going to the store to just get some cigars, because I had some reefer I was finna smoke. And I wound up going to the store, but I wind up walking to the store barefoot. Now, I would have never done this because this was in the middle of literally the hood. Literally the projects, the hood. And I'm out walking to the store with no shoes on. Okay, I don't know why that would have happened, because that would not have happened any other time that I have taken those drugs. Okay, there was something special about that day that was occurring, which I did not know until most recently. Okay, but anyway, I wound up. It should have took me about 10 or 15 minutes to walk to that store, but I wound up missing for hours. I'm talking about 2, 3, or 4 hours. But the thing about this is that guess what I was doing? They found me in the graveyard. And I do recall going into that graveyard. Now this was a graveyard in Raleigh, North Carolina. Up by St. Aul, or is it Shaw? It's either I think it's Shaw. That graveyard right there on Rock Quarry Road is the graveyard that I was frolicking through. I was messing with different graves and things, etc. I had blacked out. And so they found me at the graveyard hours later. And as well, it is important to mention that there was missing time. I'm talking about 2, 3, 4 hours where time is missing and I have no idea what I was doing. But the whole time I was in that graveyard. Okay? This is most definitely relating to that graveyard, even though it's a different graveyard, but it's relating to that graveyard that I had the vision of, seeing myself as a slain baby boy, the parents slaying me, and I seen that grave. Okay? And this was in the next cycle below the root chakra, something that Orumula was preparing for because it's lights out. It was lights out for him. It's lights out for him. Lights out. Okay. What else did I want to say about this? I'm also getting something about crime documentaries, crime stories. Now, this is something that me and my ex-mother used to do to bond. Take these pills and nod out in her bed, by the way. We would be in her bed together as a bonding ritual, nodding out on these pills, these Vicodin and these Percocets and things like that. But what we will be doing is watching these TV shows, these crime documentaries, crime stories, Forensic Files and American Justice, FBI Files, and things of this nature. I'm getting something relating to the next cycle as it pertains to crime stories. I'm also getting something about the media very strongly. And this death culture. Relating to this death culture. Okay. But I think I got this out. This was important for me to talk about. Okay. I also wanted to mention I did see something about a graveyard again with the lady who I call Nana, my ex-mother's mother, Dorothy Dozier. I was locked up at one time. Now this was after she had died. My Nana had died. This was after her death, when I was locked up in jail, and I was having these visions or these dreams, and there was one. This was very disturbing. This was a disturbing scene when I saw her. Dorothy Dozier. I saw her, but she was dead, of course. She was not happy. Something was going on with her. She was not happy. She ran up on me in some way, and it sort of scared me in that vision that I had, and it woke me right up. And this is connecting. This is most definitely connecting to all of these graves. The one down there that I seen, the one up here that I was blacked out, frolicking through on drugs. Okay? And this death culture as a whole. Which is how we got led all the way down here anyway. How and why we got led all the way down here anyway. Okay? But thank you. Bye-bye.